Hi, Nigel here from Career Systems. Today I'd like to show you how you can extract or export all your customer contact emails out of Controller. So from within Controller, click on Customers and Invoicing and List Customers, and you will get a list of all your customers on the screen. Down here in the bottom right, click Export, and the Account Export window will open. And you will see down here on the left hand side, these are all the items that you can actually export out of Controller. And the one that you want for your customers' emails is the item 27 contacts record. So what you do is first of all, you need to create an export template. And the reason why I do that is just in case you want to export this again and again and again, you don't have to keep recreating the export file or the export criteria. So you just create a template and then you just choose that template and export it as many times as you want. So from this section here, available fields to add to layout, click on contacts record, hold your mouse down, drag it over into this section here. When you release it, the export settings window will appear. This is to give you the rules for exporting. Because we are exporting all the contacts, we don't want any rules. So make sure no rules apply to this field. Click OK, and your account export window should look like this. From here, we click Export, and Controller will display to you a file browser asking you where do you want to put the export file. So it's up to you to choose where you want to put it. It's important you remember where you put it, because once the export is complete, you will then have to find this file, which will contain all the export information. So make sure you know where it is. I'm going to put it in what we call the root of the C drive here. I'm going to click OK. You will then get options. Do you want to do active accounts only, all accounts, or dormant accounts? So I'm going to select active accounts. And once you select, in this case, active accounts, Controller will export all of those contacts out to a CSV file and then throw up a report giving you that information. And I only have one contact, so I've only got one entry in the report. So we can close this report. You'll get a little message telling you where your file is gone and the name of the file. It's important that you make a note of this, because later on when you want to open that file or deal with it in another program, you will need to know where it is and what it's called. Then we can click Close. Now when we click Close, Controller will say to you, do you want to save this template? Which will then allow you to run the export again many times without having to recreate it. So if you say yes, it'll ask you for a name, and I'm going to call this contacts report. You don't need to do this, and I'll click OK. If I go back into, and that's the end of the export routine. If I go back into export and I look at Template Manager, you will see that there's my contacts field. So if I wanted to generate this again, all I'd need to do is click on Export, Template Manager, Contacts Report, there it is, and hit Export. Just makes it easier if you've got lots of reports. It's up to you now to open that file in something like Excel or Open Office so that you can see the details. I'm going to quickly do that for you. So here is the export file, SL export 010.csv, which I've opened up in Open Office. I prefer Open Office over Excel. It's a free download. I thoroughly recommend it if you haven't got Microsoft products onto your computer. And these are the fields that have been exported. So let me just go through these with you because they're not terribly self-explanatory. This is the actual internal number of the contact. It'll start at 1 and it'll go giving you the number of contacts. You can ignore it. This is the account reference, pretty obvious. This is the customer's name. This is the date that the contact was created. This is the date that the contact was last edited. That's the contact name. That's the contact email address. And these yeses and nos are all set to no here. These are whether it's used for emailing invoices, emailing PODs, so on and so forth. So from here, you will be able to extract this information and do with it whatever you may like. Thanks for watching.